problem we have is 18 coins in nickels and quarters that total $3.10. How many of each do we have? If we start by saying that the number of quarters is equal to x, we can then figure out that because there is a total of 18 coins, we must have 18 minus x in nickels. And the reason is because, let's say we have 10 quarters, just for an example, 10 quarters, well then the rest of them, or 18 minus 10, would be 8 nickels. So this is true for any value of x. So if we have any two quantities that equal 18, one of them is x, the other one's 18 minus x. That's the first part. We have to figure out the quantity of each. All right, so this is quantity. Once we determine quantity, now we have to go and determine value. And it basically boils down to the value of quarters and the value of nickels. Starting with quarters, I think you can see that if you have x quarters, 10 in our original example, and you multiply that by 25 cents each, the total value in quarters just turns out to be 25 times x. That'll be true for any integer value of x. Same thinking holds for nickels. Nickels are worth 5 cents each. There's a total of 18 minus x nickels. So the unit cost, 5 cents each, times the total quantity, 18 minus x, equals our value in nickels. So now we have a value in quarters and a value in nickels. The final piece of the puzzle is just to add them together, and that must equal our total value of all the coins that we have. In this case, 310 cents. You want to be consistent. If you're dealing with cents in value in your nickels and quarters, you want to deal in cents with your total quantity. Now it just becomes a simple algebraic expression or equation, and let's solve it. 25x plus, distribute the 5, 90, distribute the 5 again, minus 5x is equal to 310. Combine terms if you have them, so 25 minus 5x is 20x. Subtract 90 from both sides, and we have 220 on the right, 20x on the left, divide by 20, and we can conclude that x is equal to 11. Now if x is 11, that means we have 11 quarters, back to the original part of the problem, and 18 minus 11, which is 7 nickels. And now the great thing about algebra and the great thing about these problems is that you can always check your work. So you should do some mental arithmetic at this point. 11 quarters, 25 cents each, that's equal to 275 cents, or $2.75. And then we have 7 nickels worth 5 cents each, that's 35. If you add those together, you get $3.10, and so the problem checks out. So you probably should, every single time you solve one of these problems, go back and just check your work. It's easy to do, and you can verify whether your solution is correct or not.